Y'all already know what y'all read, positive vibrations. So as we take the morning walk, we over in Trenton, New Jersey, right? And positive vibes, positive vibrations. What do that mean? What do positive vibrations mean, right? Positive vibrations is it's a connection of positivity, right? When do the vibrations come into part? See, the vibrations is many different vibrations, so it's many different ways to reach that positivity, right? And the positivity, I'm a break something down for y'all, and I'm gonna basically school y'all on something, right? Positive vibrations, right? Positivity relates to creativity, right? So when you learn to bring out all the positive things within, you learn creativity. You learn how to conduct creativity in a more creative way. And as we take our journey, I just want y'all to see the beautiful background, the beautiful park, where we at right now. This is nothing but, like I said, relaxation, and to keep touching bases on positivity and positive vibrations. What do that mean for us, the people, for us, especially as black people? Positive vibrations is the greatest thing in the world for us. And I'm gonna tell you why. We started civilization. We are naturally positive people, right? All these negative acts came into where? When we got dragged over to a country that we did not want to be in, to work as workers, right? And to be paid less, right? When we're on the land, when we're on stolen land, right? Stolen land. There's many things that go through my mind each and every day as I get up, because I'm a warrior. I'm a man, lived in the hood, you know, lived in the hood. But I always decided to keep what? Keep my head high, because I know that through me growing up and, delivering them positive vibrations as a prince, right? As a prince growing up, because that's what I was. I grown to this king, and I'm still working ways on advancing my kingliness, right? There's low level kings, there's high level kings, right? But let me tell y'all something. Very few kings, very few. To be honest with you, it can only be one king. To be honest with you, it can't even be too many kings. It can only be one king. But let's continue to push the talk forward. Let's get into the topic of racism. Racism. What do racism mean in this country? We already know it was built. Racism was built off this country, right? Why have our people suffered so much racism more than others? Many reasons. Skill level, skin color, the intellect, the mind, the strength, the physicality of the people. We are strong, civilized people when we use our brains. We are a strong, civilized people when we use our brains. If we continue to not use brains, right? If we continue to let negativity drain all our positive energy out to the point that we go and have so much hatred in our hearts for each other. See, the problem I realize that is that as a people, we have grown to hate ourselves. And you can see it all throughout society. You can see it through the youth right now. The youth have grown to hate themselves. Our people in the hood have grown to hate themselves. And it comes to a point where why have we become why have we developed so much hatred inside for one another, right? When truly all we had to do was really be loyal to one another in our culture. Who cares about the death? Who cares about it? But that's all we had to do was be loyal to our culture and ourselves as people, right? Next, the foundation. The foundation of the children, the foundation of the land, the foundation of the people is being controlled by what? Racism. How do we tackle this racism? How do we tackle it in a country where we've been stripped of so many things to the point that we have begun to hate ourselves? What Where do we start? I'll tell you where we start, right? Everybody say, "Oh, let's just all jump in the boat together. We got to stick up and we all got to be for each other." No, that's not the way first. That's not the way first. It has to be separation before there can be integration. That's the problem. That's what happened even with that's what happened even in the country, even during the times. There has to be separation before there can be integration. Right? When you separate, right, and you start to understand the different paths of the people in the world, you start to separate yourself from the thing that kept you from going astray for so long, right? And you keep that in mind that you always want to keep that you always want to keep that path of continually to grow, right? As a people, you sit back and you think about where has racism took us in this country? Where has it took us? Where have racism took us in this country, right? Racism separated us, right? Separated us because that's what it was built on, racism, right? Separation. So how can you expect in a place where separation is all over for you to come over? Let's just let's just integrate and think that everything is going to be all right, better for us. No, that was the wrong option. When you talk about being led into a burning fire, when you talk about Martin Luther King even mentioning that in his last speech, and you can go look yourself, his last speech, he mentioned how he led us people into a burning house because he had to sit down with Malcolm X, and Malcolm X told him the truth about what the night about what the United Nations had in plan. That's why Malcolm X was approaching the United Nations and were trying to bring America up on charges for slavery and for past acts that have done so much to destroy us as a people. As a people, y'all. As a people. This is the time for us as a people, collectively, no matter what race you are, because a lot of people on the same boat. If you're not Jewish, you're the same boat. Whether you're black, whether you're Chinese, whether you're Japanese, whether you're Puerto Rican, whether you're Mexican, whether you're Indian, you're in the same boat. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Look at the country. You go around, right? Look at the jobs that you work at. Many of black workers, Indians, all that kind of stuff, right? Look at the managers. Most of the time, the managers are all white. Is that a coincidence, or is that flat out racism? Is it a coincidence, or is it flat out racism? See, the point that we have to get to is identifying the racism, identifying what it means. And as us, I know we not racist as a people. So what we have to do is develop self-empowerment. This is what this is what Malcolm wanted. Malcolm said, you know what, we cannot integrate. You know what? Until we cultivate, until we grow as a people. How can we integrate? Integrating where? Integrating to the point that we have nothing? that we led into a position of what? Not having nothing as a people, and our people are so hurt. Our people are so damaged. Grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren. This is the time for elevation. This is the time to make our mark. The mission, the mission. Let me tell you what the mission is. Do y'all really want to know what the mission is? First off, the first rule to any mission, for you to carry out that mission, you have to survive. You have to survive these times if you want to carry out the mission. If you don't want to carry out the mission, then you are a part of the division. The name of the game is survival, y'all. That even goes to the streets. And this for all the youngins out there who think setting up their homies and shooting guns is cool. Surviving is cool, dude. You supposed to live till you old. It never been cool to die young. Because dying young, right? You have no legacy to leave behind. You're just leaving behind truly your body. And there's no disrespect. But we have to understand the future in the way that the world is going right now and what our children are learning. And it's up to you. It's up to you, parent, mother, father, cousin, brother, uncle, stepdad. It's up to you to make sure that you deliver the powerful message so that these kids can continually grow with positivity inside. So make sure you like, comment, and share this video because the youth need it. And if we don't care about them, who will? Peace and love. One.